Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 5th Annual goDCgo Employer Ambassador Awards. We have a full program this morning, which has been placed in the chat so you can refer to it throughout the ceremony. I ask that you please mute your mics or phones and use the chat box for any questions or comments you may have, and we'll address them at the end of the ceremony. My name is Danelle Carey, and I'm the Program Director for goDCgo. I've been with the program for over 3 years now, and the Employer Ambassador Awards is always an exciting and rewarding event that I look forward to. What you'll see today is the reward, the end result of our work with employers in the district, which is the purpose of our ceremony today. So hats off to all of you who continue to promote sustainable transportation and make the health and wellness of your employees a priority. But I also want to give a special acknowledgement to our employer services and marketing team for all of your hard work helping employers and putting this ceremony together. What a year it has been navigating the COVID-19 pandemic and all of its uncertainties. At the onset of the public health crisis, goDCgo pivoted our work plan to ensure that we can support business continuity and keep commuters well informed about using public transportation and the protocols being put in place to protect the health and safety of our community. Many of you in this space today have actively worked with goDCgo to evaluate, develop, and create a commuter program that meets the current needs of your employees, whether that was for essential commuting or telework. We were happy to facilitate many discussions, consultations, educational webinars, and virtual events to support organizations in meeting their goals and needs. Collaboratively, we have learned some great lessons and strategies to remain relevant, productive, safe, and most importantly, how adaptable we are. Prior to the pandemic, many organizations couldn't see the value of offering telework and looked at it as a possible risk to the performance of its employees and organizations until we were faced with the public health crisis. Then, almost overnight, it was the most viable option. According to the Commuter Connections 2020 Employer Telework Survey, 97% of work sites had at least some telework since the pandemic began, and 62% of work sites with a telework program made changes to accommodate the pandemic. Most made a change to expand telework eligibility. We can expect that more than half of work sites anticipate a post-pandemic telework level that's higher than pre-pandemic. This is a testimony to the effectiveness of offering telework, whether that's for emergency preparedness, special circumstances, or just general business practice. The silver lining here is that many of the things we learned over the past year will remain a part of your organization's lifestyle and culture, or the employee's lifestyle and organization's culture. So we can drop that new normal and stop looking back and resume, move forward with confidence because we've handled this crisis head on. So there's no stopping us, including goDCgo. We celebrated our birthday last year amidst the pandemic, our 10th birthday, and still managed to keep 43,000 cars off the road each day and help 40,000 people shift to a clean commute. I am very proud to lead a team that is passionate about the clients and community we serve. Additionally, we launched a new program, School Services, to provide support to DC public, private, and charter schools to help implement and enhance commuter benefit programs for staff and encourage students and families to use sustainable transportation. You may ask why schools were closed, but pre-pandemic, we did a study, survey, and strategic plan to address the more than 93,000 students and 7,000 teachers who commute to over 300 schools across the district. Despite school closures, we took that opportunity to identify leaders at school sites that can help foster healthy and active travel habits to their schools upon reopening, which we anticipate this fall. One promise that I have is to continue creating resilient programs that can pivot to affect travel behavior. Again, I want to thank all of you for being here today. We have a special prize that we're raffling off later in the ceremony, but you must be present to win, so please stay tuned. Without further ado, I would like to introduce William Feeney, Client Services Manager for our Employer Program, who will recognize our 2021 Employer Ambassadors and provide the presentation of awards. Will?
Thank you, Danelle, for opening our ceremony and for the introduction. Hello, everyone. I'm Will Feeney, and I will begin today by talking about our Employer Ambassador Program. Employer ambassadors are businesses and organizations in the district that have taken steps to promote and offer commuter benefits to employees and create a workplace conducive to sustainable commuting. Being a goDCgo employer ambassador not only recognizes the commuter program advancements you've made, but the continuing investment in the efforts to increase participation that are ongoing. Throughout 2020, goDCgo's ambassadors demonstrated a strong commitment to investing in company cultures of sustainability, pivoting from commuter programs to employee engagement strategies, and a focus on health and wellness, emergency preparedness, and planning for the future. Throughout the pandemic, we have seen a significant increase in telework. Despite the circumstances, ambassadors have been consistent about participating in events that provide opportunities to engage remote staff and work on planning for the future, continuing to reassess what telework could look like as part of the transition back to the workplace. Without further ado, we'll begin the recognition of our employer ambassadors, beginning with the silver level. In this stage, employers are working to find an employee transportation coordinator to help build the foundation of their commuter programs. They are implementing solutions such as a formal telework program, providing amenities such as secure bike storage, or setting up carpool opportunities for their employees. Next up, we have our gold ambassador level. These employers have made enhancements and focused on building their commuter programs by increasing participation in strategies such as telework or compressed workweek schedules, with at least 20% of their employee population enrolled. Their benefits programs include policies such as implementation of a parking fee or a parking cash out program, and providing reduced parking fees for people who choose to carpool. Last but not least, I'd like to recognize our highest destination, our Platinum ambassadors. These employers demonstrate an exceptional commitment to sustainable transportation choices by offering robust and creative commuter benefits programs. Platinum level employers have met the criteria of the silver and gold levels in addition to offering additional benefits, such as implementing a formal telework policy with more than 20% of staff participating, charging a drive-alone parking fee, or incentivizing carpooling and van pooling with preferential parking, and offering financial incentives or transit subsidies to support the use of sustainable transportation methods. Congratulations and thank you to all of our ambassadors at all levels. Keep up the great work. And now it is my pleasure to begin the presentation of awards, and we'll be starting today with recognition of our best emerging commuter programs. This award recognizes companies that have developed a multi-step strategy to encourage sustainable commuting. Employers offering commuter programs provide a variety of benefits at the workplace, such as a carpooling program, comprehensive telework programs, or offering employees subsidized capital Bikeshare corporate memberships. Given the reduction in commuting that we saw in 2020, we especially wanted to recognize those organizations that continue to invest in their commuter programs and made an effort to better understand their employees' travel behavior and preferences for benefits for long-term planning purposes. For our large employer with the best emerging commuter program, we are recognizing So Others Might Eat. Congratulations. In 2020, So Others Might Eat worked on a comprehensive commuter survey with goDCgo, participated in a 2020 commuter challenge, and worked to hold commuter events to envision transportation in a post-COVID world. And now we'll hear from Carolyn Penn from So Others Might Eat.
Carolyn Penn, Vice President of Total Rewards and Compliance with So Others Might Eat here in Washington, D.C. We provide vulnerable populations, the elderly and mentally ill, with food, housing, addictions treatment, behavioral health, dental, health services, and much more. When I received the email from goDCgo informing of this recognition, I was surprised and humbled. It's not every day that you receive an award for merely doing your job. Here at SOM, it is our goal to offer benefits that support the whole person, and that might include health and welfare benefits, financial wellness, emotional wellness, physical wellness, and transportation benefits. We have been committed to strengthening our telework policies, administering commuter benefits, and advertising the goDCgo products and solutions to make commuting to work just a bit easier and less stressful for our most valuable asset, our employees. Thank you, goDCgo, for the Emerging Commuter Program Award. I am honored and delighted to accept this award on behalf of So Others Might Eat, and I look forward to our continued partnership. Thank you.
All right, congratulations again to So Others Might Eat. Our small employer with the best emerging commuter program in 2020 is Brookfield Properties. Congratulations. Brookfield provides staff with pre-tax transit benefits and a transportation subsidy. They participated in goDCgo's 2020 Commuter Challenge, set up a company-wide commuter survey to better understand employees' preferences and behavior, and met with goDCgo staff to turn the recommendations from the survey into future policy. And now we'll hear from Catherine Gusson from Brookfield Properties.
On behalf of Brookfield Properties, I would like to thank goDCgo for all of the services and support you have provided us, and for honoring us with this Emerging Commuter Program Award. We began our partnership with goDCgo in 2019 in preparation for our regional office relocation. They provided us with much needed support during that time of transition, to include facilitating a commuter survey and assessment for our DC employees, offering ride-share matching opportunities, hosting a webinar which educated us on the new transportation options available, and providing a plethora of customized information and material, focusing on convenience and sustainability. This year, as an employee ambassador, we are excited to be able to pilot the Ride Amigos commuting software for our employees, free of cost, which will help provide even more encouragement, ease, and incentives in commuting. Because now, more than ever, we are focusing on how to get our employees and all of the businesses back into the office in the most convenient, safe, and sustainable way possible. Thank you again, goDCgo, for all of your support and for selecting Brookfield Properties for this award.
All right, congratulations again to our winners of the Emerging Commuter Program Awards. Next up, we will be presenting the Employee Transportation Coordinator of the Year Award. Employee transportation coordinators play a vital role in transportation demand management programs, often taking on additional responsibilities to ensure that commuter programs are promoted and that employees are utilizing the full suite of benefits offered to them. Employee transportation coordinators, or ETCs, prioritize workplace sustainability and provide services that enhance the health, wellness, and productivity of their colleagues and company. We will now recognize 2 ETCs who have gone above and beyond in their role. For our large employer, the ETC of the Year Award goes to Crystal Knott of the American College of Cardiology. Crystal's efforts in 2020 include organizing an employee wellness fair, participating in the 2020 Commuter Challenge, and hosting a post-challenge recognition event with all the participants. Congratulations, Crystal, and we will now hear Crystal of the ACC.
Thank you very much. Obviously, this was a team effort amongst my peers in HR and our community service team. And we're truly looking forward to continuing our partnership with goDCgo. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, Crystal. Our small employer ETC of the Year Award goes to Nikisha Griffin of Virtual Enterprise Architects. Congratulations. In 2020, Nikisha participated in the 2020 Commuter Challenge, participated in the creation of a goDCgo success story outlining best practices and policies, and participated in the creation, organization, and implementation of our 2021 Telework Best Practices panel. And now we will present the Outstanding Partner Award. This year, we'd like to present our DC Mutual Aid partners in Ward 4, Ward 8, and Memorial House with the Outstanding Partner Award in appreciation of their collaboration with goDCgo. Volunteers from each organization worked with goDCgo to distribute $10 stored value Metro cards at mutual aid events throughout the city, ensuring that people had the transit access they needed to commute to work, reach job interviews, or attend medical appointments. Thank you to DC Mutual Aid for your great work, and we look forward to a continuing partnership. Next up, we have our Employer Partner Award. Employer ambassadors are stewards in the DC transportation community, advocating for sustainable commuting in the workplace. Some ambassadors go above and beyond to encourage other employers, providing mentoring and resources to support other companies as they begin their own commuter programs. Over the past year, these two companies not only successfully reached the Platinum Ambassador level, but have both mentored other goDCgo ambassadors and participated in goDCgo campaigns, sharing best practices and the challenges they overcame to create their own commuter programs. Their commitment and contribution to sustainable commuting in the district is appreciated. Our winners this year are Virtual Enterprise Architects and Washington Gas. And now we'll hear from our two winners.
Hi, here at WGL, we're really thankful to be recognized for this, and are just excited to continue to be a partner in helping the DC region become a more sustainable and commuter-friendly area. And we look forward to, as COVID lessens, continuing that journey. So thank you.
Well, Virtual Enterprise Architects would love to thank goDCgo for honoring us with their Outstanding Partner of the Year award. We're honored to receive this award, and we're grateful and thankful for you guys for considering us and allowing us to partner with you to make the commutes of our employees even better and providing options so that they enjoy their time into work. I really like to thank our leadership, which includes Nikisha Griffin, and her outstanding leadership in allowing us to receive this Partner of the Year award. I thank all of our employees as well who are willing to make adjustments to their commutes so that way we can all have wonderful commutes throughout the DC area, and most importantly, to do what we can in order to help the environment. So we want to say thank you, and we appreciate this acknowledgement.
All right, congratulations again, and thank you to our outstanding employer partners. Every year, we recognize the Capital Bikeshare Corporate membership with the highest level of employee ridership. Currently, over 200 organizations in the district subsidize their employees' annual Capital Bikeshare memberships, providing their employees with a reliable, healthy, and affordable transportation option. Throughout the past year, this was especially valuable, providing employees with an easy way to enjoy the outdoors and providing an alternative mode of commuting. This year, the award goes to Georgetown University. And now we'll hear from Charles DeSantis from Georgetown University.
Hi, I'm Charles DeSantis at Georgetown University. I'm the Chief Benefits Officer. And I just want to say how excited that Georgetown is to be winning the largest amount of bike share usage with capital Bikeshare. And receiving this award on behalf of Georgetown is an honor. Thank you, goDCgo, for recognizing us, and we look forward to continuing to get people out using other methods of movement, and particularly capital Bikeshare has been a great partner for us, and we look forward to continuing to create an opportunity for people to do that. Thank you very much. And again, we are honored to be awarded this great award from goDCgo.
All right, once again, congratulations to all of our employer award winners. Keep up the great work, and thank you for continuing commitment to sustainable transportation in the district. Now I will pass it over to Barbara Moreno, our school's client services manager, who will announce the winners for our school's awards. Barbara, over to you.
Thank you, Will, and congratulations again to all of the employer winners. My name is Barbara Moreno, and I am the School Client Services Manager for goDCgo. In May 2020, goDCgo launched its schools program because it was the best time to talk about school transportation. We know that every school had the bandwidth to discuss sustainable commuting, and every family needed help figuring out how to get their students to school. That was our collective experience, right? No, the truth is that the DC school landscape before the pandemic needed a program like ours. Did you know that 77% of students in DC don't attend their in-network public schools, and that over 70% of teachers and staff drive alone to school? Or that 40% of traffic in the morning comes from school commutes? Even if students and staff weren't traveling to school during the spring of 2020, we knew that the eventual return to school would mean a return to this reality that I just described. And goDCgo saw an opportunity to change how DC families, students, and staff travel to school. So in spite of a global pandemic that shut down schools district-wide and nationwide, through the dedication of our heroic school staff and partners, many of which I see on the call today, we were able to successfully implement this incredibly unique program, and were able to communicate to over 50 schools about implementing sustainable commuting programs. I'm so happy to be able to highlight some of our most dedicated schools and partners at today's event. First up, for our Best Emerging Commuter Program, parentheses schools. For this award, we are awarding it to Georgetown Day School. Let me tell you a little bit more about Georgetown Day School. Nearly 75 years ago, Georgetown Day School was founded as the first integrated school in Washington, D.C. Today, the school continues to be at the cutting edge of change and is being honored for sustainability efforts around transportation. Here's just a few things they provide to their staff to encourage sustainable commuting. They offer a hefty bike subsidy that could cover even a top-of-the-line e-bike, a walking benefit to make it more enjoyable for staff that live near enough to school to choose that mode, and a sizable transit subsidy that even those commuting from the end of the lines like Shady Grove can appreciate and use. Let's take a minute to hear from Georgetown Day School Head of School, Russell Shaw.
Hi, my name is Russell Shaw. I'm head of school at Georgetown Day School, a pre-K to 12 school of approximately 1,100 students in Ward 3, Tenleytown. We are so grateful to the Department of Transportation, to goDCgo for this recognition. We're really grateful for the partnership and helping support sustainable commuting, which we know is vital for our own community, it's vital for our neighborhood, and frankly, it is vital for the planet. So, so thank you for the recognition, and we look forward to continuing this partnership in the years to come.
Thank you so much, Russell, for those kind words, and congratulations again to Georgetown Day School. For our School Transportation Coordinator of the Year, we are recognizing Cindy Guerrero Munguia of Lamb PCS. Cindy has had quite a journey into the sustainable transportation world. Starting off as an administrative assistant, she has absolutely flourished in her role as STC for goDCgo. Here's just a sampling of what she has achieved to help LAM PCS staff commute sustainably. Due to Cindy's hard work, LAM PCS now participates in the Capital Bikeshare Corporate Membership Program. They have tons of survey data on the commute patterns of both students and staff. And they have a robust sustainable transportation plan that she regularly implements to guide her school towards becoming one of the most commute-friendly schools in the district. Let's hear from the SCC of the Year herself, Cindy.
What a great way to close out my first year as transportation coordinator. I am beyond grateful for having the opportunity to accept this award, especially under this year's circumstances. As we all know, it has been a roller coaster ride of a year, so being recognized for not only doing your job, but doing it well is beyond rewarding. Needless to say, I would like to thank goDCgo for the work they have done and the great help they have provided for me and many others. I cannot stress enough how important sustainable transportation is, especially here in the district. However, resources are nothing without accessibility, and that's where I come in. I could not have done this without goDCgo's client service manager, the one and only Barbara Moreno. Barbara and I have had several check-ins where she provided me with resources about sustainability here in the district and how it relates to our families. This school year, we started off strong by signing up for Capital Bikeshare's Corporate Membership Program. Barbara then continued to send me general information about ways to support LAM families and LAM staff through webinars, custom surveys, get-around guides, and tips for commuting during COVID-19. I was even provided with my very own goDCgo swag bag. Though the school year started off wary, I am proud to say we are finishing off strong. It has been an honor serving for the LAM community and being a partner for goDCgo. Thank you.
Congratulations again to Cindy. And for our next and final award, for the Outstanding School Partner, we would like to say congratulations to the Office of the Deputy Mayor of Education. DME, as they like to be called, has been a part of goDCgo School Services since the beginning. They were a key partner in developing and distributing our 2019 transportation survey that informed the creation of our program. They actively support sustainable transportation for students and staff through their safe passage work and through their transportation data platform. They were instrumental in the promotion of goDCgo School Services to staff by allowing us to participate at their annual teacher hiring fairs, allowing us to grow our audience and reach. Let's hear from the Deputy Mayor of Education himself, Paul King.
I'm Paul Kine, Deputy Mayor for Education. On behalf of the entire team at DME, we are honored to receive goDCgo's Outstanding Partner Award. As you know, DME has been a part of goDCgo School Services since the beginning. We were proud to help develop and distribute goDCgo's 2019 Transportation Survey, and we were pleased to have goDCgo as a key participant at our annual hiring fairs. We look forward to continuing to work with goDCgo on our shared mission to support safe and sustainable transportation for students and staff. Thank you so much again for this recognition.
Congratulations again to the Deputy Mayor of Education. Thank you so much for a tremendous first year of our school's program. I look forward to helping even more staff and students make their way to school sustainably next year. Now I will hand it over to Lester, our Community Outreach Coordinator.
Thank you, Barbara. The Community Partners program enables local nonprofits, government agencies, and social service organizations to offer their clients a steeply discounted Capital Bikeshare annual membership. In 5 years, the program has grown into a network of over 45 organizations across DC and Arlington, Virginia, with a total of over 2,600 members who have collectively taken over 180,000 trips. This year's Capital Bikeshare Community Partners Program Award recognizes the organization in the Capital Bikeshare Community Partners Program that has registered the most members over the past year for a Capital Bikeshare for All membership. The 2021 Capital Bikeshare Community Partners Program Award goes to the Family Place. The Family Place strives to promote stability and well-being for low-income families in the DC area through education, support services, and case management. In 2018, the Family Place became designated as a DC public charter school where any adult 18 years or older who is a resident of the district is eligible to enroll for free instruction. Their goal is to improve the literacy and workplace skills of adults who want to learn English and help provide them with the means to find employment, improve their family's well-being, and become more active in their community. The Family Place joined the Community Partners Program in 2020 to provide their adult learners with a low-cost means to commute and get around the city. And despite COVID restrictions that prevented them from seeing most of their students in person for most of the year, they still managed to provide them with registration assistance and enrolled 28 members for Capital Bikeshare for All memberships during that time. It is with great pleasure that we present this year's Capital Bikeshare Community Partners Award to the Family Place. I will now hand it back over to Will. Thank you.
Thank you, Lester, and congratulations again to all of our award recipients. I would now like to introduce our District Department of Transportation speaker, Anna Chamberlain, the Associate Director for Planning and Sustainability at DDOT. Anna, take it away.
Hey, thank you. Good morning, everyone. I want to first apologize in advance as we're all working from home. I do have some work happening in my kitchen, so hopefully right now there's no drilling, and I'll get through this without too much disturbance for you guys. But what I wanted to start off with is saying good morning. It's always an honor to participate in the celebration of employers who go above and beyond to ease one of the most challenging part of an employee's day, which is commuting to work. Before we've been giving out these awards, we've been trying very hard to recognize everyone here and take a moment to thank everyone for their commitment to their workforce and for continuing to bravely navigate the turbulent uncertainty of the COVID-19 pandemic. Hopefully next year we'll all be in person as we're all starting to gather back again. And DDOT has seen such resiliency and will continue to support you and your transportation needs as we slowly emerge back from this public health crisis. Today, we are here to acknowledge the exceptional employers who contributed to the resiliency of our city and who have demonstrated their continued commitment to sustainable transportation throughout 2020. DDOT is committed to achieving an excellent quality of life in the nation's capital by providing strong alternatives to single occupancy driving in the city. To reach our vision, we count on dedicated community members, such as yourselves here, being recognized today. I want to make sure it's clear your dedication brought us here. In 2020, goDCgo sponsored the Commute with Care campaign, providing 24 businesses and over 800 employees with hand sanitizers and masks as these essential workers continue to go into the office each day. We hosted the second annual Commuter Challenge with 8 DC employers, offering Ride Amigos trip planning and budget saving tools to over 28 who continue to choose sustainable transportation options such as biking and walking, and also offered employees an engaging team building opportunity that increased employee morale. It also demonstrated the great impact that telework has on the environment by reducing carbon emissions, traffic, and improving air quality. These are just a couple ways that goDCgo provided support during this time that helped employers like you make an impact in what was a truly trying year. As the city continues to recover and reopen, it becomes even more important that commuters feel comfortable and confident to resume their commutes on public transportation. Employers like you play an important role in this through the incentives and benefits you provide. Many employers have pledged to continue to provide telework options going forward, which will be a powerful tool in reducing vehicle emissions, traffic congestion, and improving air quality. We look forward to seeing our city return to its vibrancy as we work through this recovery period. So please continue the good work with goDCgo, and my hope is that you'll walk out of the ceremony with an inspiration to connect with new colleagues and continue to take innovative approaches to grow your transportation programs. Thank you.
Thank you, Anna. We would now like to share a video recognizing the work that our employer partners have put in to adapt throughout 2020. As we all know, 2020 was an incredibly hard year for employers. The COVID-19 pandemic brought unique challenges that affected many organizations' ability to see beyond the uncertainty of the public health crisis. During this time, goDCgo continued to offer support to employers seeking guidance on how to best pivot or evaluate commuter programs to uphold their commitment to sustainable transportation. goDCgo is proud to give an honorable mention to a handful of employers that we witnessed push through the pandemic to go above and beyond to ensure that they met the needs and interests of their organization and its employees.
After placing first in goDCgo's Commuter Challenge, the American College of Cardiology worked with goDCgo to brainstorm and implement ways to incentivize and motivate their employees to continue using sustainable transportation post-challenge. The American Public Transportation Association worked with goDCgo to look ahead and lay out a plan to mitigate the rise in employees driving alone and promote sustainable transportation benefits to prepare for their employees' return to the office. In order to give employees access to a healthy, sustainable, and socially distant way to get around the district during the pandemic and beyond, Ballard Spahr signed up for a Capital Bikeshare Corporate membership to offer employees free Capital Bikeshare annual memberships. So Others Might Eat worked with goDCgo to plan a company-wide employee commute survey to understand their employees' travel behavior during the pandemic to help determine how and what they could do to effectively support their employees' needs and concerns and motivate them to continue commuting sustainably. Acting as a steward to other employers, Washington Gas worked with goDCgo to create a success story about their telework program and give guidance to other employers, such as speaking at the 2020 Employer Ambassador Awards and sharing their policies and materials to other employers looking for inspiration to craft their own policies. After placing fourth in the goDCgo Commuter Challenge, Virtual Enterprise Architects continued their employees' first approach when it comes to benefits that support the health and wellness of its employees. They stayed ahead of the curve in terms of telework planning and found creative ways to incentivize their workforce to boost morale during such challenging times.
All right, and now we are on to our raffle. As we all know, in 2020, telework became a major part of the workplace, with many finding themselves working in unusual office spaces, such as in bedrooms, at dining room tables, or in their own basements. With the experience of over a year, I should say, of working from home, and many workplaces planning to offer telework in some form going forward, there has never been a better time to reevaluate or improve your work from home setup. Today, we are happy to be raffling off a Feng Shui for the Home Office webinar led by Carol Olmsted, a master practitioner at Feng Shui for Real Life. To begin our raffle, I would like to invite Carol Olmsted to introduce herself and her work. Carol, take it away.
Great, thanks, Will, and congratulations and thank you to all of today's award winners. So what does Feng Shui have to do with telecommuting and telework and commuting? And for that matter, some of you may be asking, what is Feng Shui? I've been a certified feng shui practitioner for more than 20 years, and my working definition is that feng shui is the art and science of arranging your surroundings in balance and harmony with the natural world around you. Let's face it, we all feel better outside. And what feng shui gives us is a roadmap, a guideline for how we can arrange our surroundings in balance and harmony with nature. So we just feel better when we work there. It tells us what objects, what colors, what shapes to put around us and in what places. It gives us advice for what we should be looking at in our offices and now in our pandemic and post-pandemic world, what people are seeing in our offices when they look at us, watch us virtually. We have all learned that when we work from home by choice or as we've had in the past by necessity, we lose some of the balance in our lives. Our personal and professional lives become very much intertwined. We're dealing with the dog and the cat while we're Zooming or on a virtual chat. We're worried about contractors in our homes, and we've got to deal with the kids. What feng shui gives us is a way to bring this balance back. Our workplaces were changing before the pandemic. I've worked clients through dealing with employees in cubicles, which isolate in wide open workspaces at work tables, which don't give you enough privacy sometimes, with hoteling, where you're simply moving around a filing cabinet from desk to desk from day to day. What today's session has underscored is we're not going back to the old traditional ways of working in our offices and the ways of commuting to get there. Employers are looking for ways to help their employees be more productive, settled, and happy in their home environments. It started around March. I started getting more calls and inquiries from employers who were looking for a way on this 1-year anniversary of everyone working from home to help their employees. They were hearing words like bored from employees, unmotivated from employees, and they were worried about productivity. And so I've been working on a webinar version of my work from home workshop to help them along. And goDCgo has already given away one of these as a raffle, and it was great fun for everyone involved. I have been teleworking for longer than that phrase has been around. I used to work on 17th Street. I drove my car. I had trouble parking. And then when I launched my own business, I was able to walk to Metro and get everywhere I wanted to go, and I've never looked back. My first home office was a closet. It was a walk-in closet. It had a surprisingly big window, an overhead light, an outlet. What more did I need? Well, once I started studying feng shui, became a certified practitioner, and launched my company, Feng Shui for Real Life, that's when I realized there's a lot more to it. And everyone deserves to have a space that's beautiful and supportive, even if you're working in a closet. So this gift from goDCgo to you of a home office webinar. This is the post-pandemic version. This will help employees and employers a lot deal with the changes that are going on. It's a 1-hour session, and it's for up to 100 employees of a company. One of the things I talk about in this workshop are my top 10 tips for your home office. And I wanted to take just a couple of minutes to share one of those tips with all of you, because we can all make some changes in our office, whether or not you get to see the full webinar. And that's turn around your desk so you're facing the door. When you sit with your back to the door, you can be caught off guard. Things go on behind your back. I wanted to show you a couple of pictures. The first is, this is Kate's office, and the before, this is taken at her door to her office looking in. And Kate is sitting with her back to the door. That's a vulnerable position. Things actually and symbolically go on behind her back, and she doesn't know what's coming. She told me she felt unsupported. She felt disconnected to her team at work. She felt isolated. She was having trouble meeting deadlines. And the suggestion was to turn her around. And so the after shows Kate facing the door. We've taken this picture looking in. She's moved that rug so it now invites this positive energy into her space. She's changed out the lamps. They were blocking energy before, now they're lower. And that photo on the wall behind her is her late father, who was a great source of inspiration to her. Now he's looking over her shoulder, protecting her. And you can't quite see it in this picture, but on her bookshelf, she's got some memorabilia from her office and her teammates. And she wrote me and she said, "Magic is happening. Finally, I feel more connected." And so what goDCgo is doing is making this magic happen for another company, another employer and employees. And I'm happy to announce that the winner is, drum roll please, and I think this was done by a random number generator, and the winner is So Others Might Eat. Congratulations. goDCgo will be in touch with you, and they'll give you my contact information, and we will make this magic happen for you. And Will, I think it goes back to you.
Thank you, Carol, and congratulations to So Others Might Eat. Now, Barbara and I will offer some closing remarks to close out our ceremony. In light of what started as a few weeks at home, over a year later, we are all recognizing the true dedication of what all of you have brought to your workplace, to your schools, to your employees. To our employer partners, we applaud your willingness to accept that even in such uncertain times, it's possible to provide stable solutions to accommodate the current situation and to provide for the eventual return to the workplace. Programs that you implemented increased employee morale and helped adapt communication. Your accomplishments we recognize today may not seem large in the grand scheme of things, but will continue to benefit your employees for the months and years to come, and are really the foundation for all the great work that will happen in the future. It is a privilege to have the opportunity to work with champions of the workplace like yourselves, and the changes that we make now will result in a greener and brighter future for the district. Barbara, over to you.
A huge highlight for myself was the implementation of our school ambassador program. To our educators in the room, we sincerely applaud your ability to overcome the many challenges you face transitioning from distance learning to hybrid models and now re-entering the building as school ambassadors. We are so proud of you all. You have gone above and beyond to prioritize your employees' well-being and overall happiness as they commute to the buildings, and you continue to plan for the overall satisfaction of students and families coming and going from the building, as well as quote-unquote commuters.
Now it's time to continue the good work everyone has been putting in. As our city reopens, more vaccinations are received, and we continue to our goal of herd immunity and eventually returning to normal. Thank you for working with goDCgo. Thank you for being here today. And a big thank you and congratulations to all the winners of our 5th Annual Employer Ambassador Awards. Have a great rest of your day.